After asking my parents for a pet for over 10 years straight, they finally decided to cave in and they gave me a little black, white spotted cat named Theo that I love with all my heart, but oh my God, is he the literal manifestation of the devil. That's right, apparently all you gotta do is just hound your parents enough and they'll give you what you want, even if it takes over 10 years to get the said item that you were asking your parents for. Obviously, I have no hate towards my parents, but Jesus Christ, why couldn't they just get the hint? I was asking for a dog for like 7 years, and then it took them a little longer to get me a cat. Which, might I add, they didn't even get for me because I'm the one that drove to the foster center. I'm the one that filled out the paperwork. I brought him home. We fostered him. We adopted him because I wanted to. So, boom. But regardless of who did what, he's now in my home and I can't do anything about it. And I have some notes about this little guy that I would like to share. Getting your first pet kind of feels like a fever dream because now you just have this other animal living in the same space you've lived in for years, and it doesn't really feel real at first, but then after a while, you start getting pretty used to it, along with all the smells, the food, the Anyway, let's switch the attention to the star of the show, shall we? This is Theo. This little cat is the reason for most of my suffering. And even though, yes, of course, I love him with all my heart and he is my pride and joy, my love and honor. Oh my God, I love this little cat. He is such a handful. This dude will do anything and everything he can to make your day harder. Just look at this little guy. He's the cutest little thing to ever have existed. Oh my God, now, even though he might be the cutest little thing I personally have ever laid my eyes upon, looks can only get you so far in this life because he has pulled every string he can. He has pushed every button he can. He has tested my patience to the maximum tested capacity. This little dude is so slick. And I know that because he is the giant, most horrendous pain in my. Now, when I first got Theo, he was a little more than I expected. He was very hyper, but also very jumpy. He wouldn't let anyone but me touch him for some odd reason, and he would only hibernate in my room, which he still does to this day. But he was a little smaller when I first got him. He's grown quite a lot, my little man. And when I said small, I meant it. This dude could fit like on my arm, and now I required 2 arms to pick him up. He is indeed growing much faster than I really thought he would, like Jesus. In this little guy's time in living in my house, he's picked up a few habits that I'm not too very fond of. Like, for example, when I'm drawing and I'm just minding my business and this little guy jumps and grapples onto my chair, it's really fun and very cute. Along with his growth and height, his bites and his scratches are only getting more aggressive and more vigorous because they hurt way more than before. But even though he's grown and his teeth have grown and his claws have grown, he still has that mentality of, oh, I'm a month old. I have a tiny little body and I can bite as hard as I want, but I can take it 'cause I'm like that. Still hurts though, but no matter how many times this little guy can piss me off in one day, and no matter how many times he bites my arm or bites my chair, I still love him with all my heart and I have zero regrets in getting this little guy because he has made my life so much better and happier and oh my God, he's adorable. If you are considering getting a cat, I highly recommend it because they are such fun little creatures. Even though it might take you over 10 years to acquire one, depending on how stubborn your parents decide they're gonna be about an animal being in your home. Jesus. Obviously, if you couldn't tell, I hold a tiny grudge against my parents for making me wait until I'm 18 years of age to acquire an animal. Another one of his favorite habits that I thought I'd bring up is his overwhelming urge to be horrified and yet super interested in the outside world because the moment I open that front door, this little dude will look at me and bolt as hard and as fast as he can to try to get around me to go outside. But then if I hold him, he'll be horrified of the outside world, which is something that I find really funny with this little guy because he'll find something that he wants to do and he'll urge that he really wants to do it. But the moment you give him the opportunity and the chance, the perfect chance to do it, he'll be completely horrified of the entire situation. And I guess that's what I'm just going to have to get used to living with for the next 20 years of my life. Now, even though I definitely don't have years of experience owning a cat, I definitely have a few solid months of experience, and in that time, I've definitely noticed some behavioral patterns that come with him learning his surroundings, learning his way around the house, what to do, what definitely not to do, and I've broken them up into three stages because I thought it would be funny to talk about, and it's easier to explain that way. Now, his first stage is the what the fuck is going on, where am I, how did I get here stage, which is the funniest part. Now, this stage is the funniest because this is the stage where he will see something, look straight at it, go up to it very slowly, put his nose up to it, and still freak out really hard when he realizes what it is and when it moves and what it is. By far the funniest stage a cat can have in your house. Stage two is the stage where they are very comfortable in your house. I mean, like, they will lay down, they will beg you for attention, they will lay in your bed, cuddle with you, sleep next to you, basically the whole shebang. This is the most chill stage and my favorite stage 100%. But only God could prepare me for what was coming next. Stage 3 is their goddamn demon phase. This is the stage where they will piss you off, they will learn all those annoying habits, and they will get used to just prying and pissing you off. But regardless of all that, do I really dislike my cat? Yes. At times, yes, absolutely I do. But do I also love him with every inch of my heart? Absolutely, yes, of course I do. Do I wish he would unlearn some habits that he definitely does have, like tearing apart my chair, tearing apart sofas in my house, going through my closet, ripping my paintings, which he also did and I didn't mention? Yes, I do wish he would unlearn them. But that's all that what makes him him. And would I change it? No. But I would. Oh, but I absolutely would. But at the end of the day, I do love him with all my heart, and I hope he knows that because of how much I've put up with.